What is going on, horror fanatics? Zomboy here. You're watching another episode of Twisted Terrors. On this episode, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to tell you a story, and you tell me what horror movie it reminds you of. This story starts off with a husband and wife, Ray and Marie Thornton. They're driving south on Snow Prairie Road, April 15th. This is Easter Sunday, 1990, 12 miles outside Coldwater, Michigan. They're driving down a rural road, are playing a game where they are finding license plates on vehicles and trying to come up with a meaning for them. As they're driving, a big old van flies up, driving erratically from behind, swerving back and forth.
All of a sudden, a van just on us and passed. Guy coming around us.
Finally, it blows past them, and that's when they realize the license plate starts with GZ, and Marie remarks,
"Geez, must be in a hurry."
The van disappears down the road. They continue driving. It wasn't too long after that. They come up to an old abandoned schoolhouse, and that's when they notice a man in the trees carrying a white sheet covered in blood, tossing it down a hole. And as they're passing this old abandoned building, that's when they notice the van that just passed them was on the side of the building.
I saw the van parked between the building and a big tank.
They continue down the road and quickly realize the van again is catching up to them very rapidly as they are trying to speed away. Again, it gets right onto their bumper and starts swerving back and forth. And the only thing they can do is they end up swerving down a dirt road. Now, these two, they end up turning around down the road and decide to turn around and try to get the van's license plate. And when they're coming back to Snow Prairie Road, they see the van on the side of the road. The man is changing the plates, and they notice the passenger door is open, and it is covered in blood.
He was behind his van with the passenger front door open, and I saw that the passenger door was covered with blood.
There's blood all over that door. The passenger door.
That guy has done something.
Now, the normal person would probably drive to the nearest police station, but not these two. Ray and Marie decide to go back to the abandoned schoolhouse to try to figure out what was disposing of. They drive back, go around the backside where they saw the figure. When they find what looks like a white sheet drenched in blood that was shoved in a hole. Now, at this point, this is where this story takes a turn and goes a completely different direction. But I was amazed when I heard this story and quickly realized this is the beginning of Jeepers Creepers. I mean, to an absolute T. You've got Trish and Jerry now, instead of being a husband and wife, they're brother and sister in the movie, but they as well driving down a rural old country road, playing a game of coming up with meanings for license plates. Now, in this movie, it's an old van, an old truck that speeds up with the license plate "Be Eating You" or "Beating You," drives erratically, goes around them.
What the hell's his problem? Just get out of his way, Jerry!
Goes to an abandoned church in the movie, but again, they pass by seeing a figure dumping a bloody sheet down a hole. And it wasn't too far down the road. The van's back. He ends up ramming the rear of their car, which ends up spinning off of the road, but in the movie, they go back to check it out. And that's where the similarities change. You know, it's a really sad story to find out something like this is true. It's the story of Denis DePue. He was going through a divorce with his wife, Marilyn DePue. The kids didn't like spending time with him anymore either, and he finally snapped one day and killed his wife. He was supposed to be taking her to the hospital because the kids saw, you know, what happened, and he ended up disposing of her anyways. It wasn't until Unsolved Mysteries did an episode on this when people realized he got away with it. He ended up starting a family all over again with another woman, and it wasn't until that aired on TV and people recognized him that he fled in his van and ended up in a 15-mile high-speed pursuit with the police, which ended with him taking his own life. It was amazing to me. I had no clue. As many times as I have seen Jeepers Creepers, I went and saw this in the theater when it first came out, and I had no clue that they had basically plucked the beginning of the movie straight out of a true crime, which is very common in horror. They definitely take a lot out of it, but it's funny that in most of those movies, you know where it's coming from. And this one, it wasn't. Well, pretty recently I realized that they took this out of true crime that happened. And I don't think the director has ever come forward and said that that's where he got the idea. But I mean, it is to an absolute T. Almost every detail, all the way up to when they go back to the abandoned church in the movie and he goes down the tube. But if you haven't seen Jeepers Creepers, it's a good one. Good creature feature. I will say the first couple are decent, and then they get pretty ridiculous after that. I want to say there's 4 or 5 of them. I highly recommend that as a horror movie. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. What are some other movies you can think of that have been plucked from true crime? Put it in the comments down below. I've seen quite a few. Maybe you can come up with some others I can check out. But I appreciate watching this video. I'm going to keep it short. This is Zomboy saying, keep it scary. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
You broke my heart in two. Now I can't find the duct tape to put it together for you. Come on, girl, sing along now. When I met you, I thought I would die. I wanted to cry. Didn't know you were evil or that you would hurt me. Mr. Poly-sidetracking guy. Turns out you're a twin
What the hell's his problem? Just get out of his way, Jerry! Let him pass you, Jerry! What the hell are you doing? Go around me! Get off the road and let him pass you! Nuts! I know he's not slower! Slow down and let him... He's not past you! I'm trying! Jesus. What the hell was his problem?
My first guess? Inbreeding!